Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Starflame. So in this video we're going to talk about Mr. Sneaky Pete as he's been slammed and labeled a racist, and that's not the only thing that had happened. It's also been reported that Pete Davidson went off on a fan. And when I tell you that he went off, it is definitely not good. It's not a good look. And it's really given the sense that Pete is very much unstable. And if you remember that time when Pete and Kim Kardashian had teamed up to get under Ye's skin, it seems as though there's a game at play here where Ye has moved out of that position and Pete is now in it. So Ye was on the ledge and he was teaming up with Kim to get under Ye's skin. Ye is now doing better, but Pete now is that guy on that ledge. And, being in such a position is definitely not good. Shows that Pete is truly and highly vulnerable at this point, and with everything that is going on with his mental health, you can tell that he's very unstable, very much fickle, and it is actually scary. But it's as though Kanye is saying, you know what? When Kanye was, on that ledge, you teamed up with Kim. I'm going to put you right there. And let me tell you, how do you like the taste of your medicine? Karma is now asking Pete, does this medicine taste good to you? And if it's not tasting so good to you, why did you decide to serve it out to someone else? That's the sense of getting here. When I tell you that karma is a bitch, karma is a bitch. So we're going to talk about it because this is not good. And another thing as well, I don't know why there's so much sensitivity in America about words. Like there's certain words you can't use, or else you're classified as being anti-Semitic. You're classified as being, a racist. You're classified as being homophobic. And I find most of it to be really disgusting. Like, throw all of that away. Life is so short, and before you know it, the people that you and I know, including you and I, we're not going to be here. And I believe that, we need to enjoy life. I believe that America should borrow the Jamaican motto that says, out of many, one people, and just forget about, names, certain words and names being an offense, and just changing everything so that you don't offend people. Like, even some of these changes, they are so ridiculous. You have to be asking yourself, like, who are the leaders? Like, it's really, 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 for me and in my opinion, it's just ridiculous, honestly, and there's no other way to put it. But let's talk about it and let's see what you guys think about this, okay? So basically, this is what happened. Pete was at his comedy gig, and it is said that when Pete came out, his fellow comedian Jon Stewart and John Mulaney, came out at the end of the show to answer a few questions from a few fans, and one lady actually shouted that Pete was a racist, to which and that's Jon Stewart, tried to defend Pete, explaining that it was all a part of Pete's act. But the accusation, of the woman calling Pete a racist seems to really have gotten under his skin and enraged him to where he replied, and he did so loud, he shouted at the woman, and he said, "You're a cunt, sit the F down," and the audience was just shocked, and people were looking at Pete, very shocked. and John again tried to bring back the crowd, try to make light of the moment by joking clean up on aisle 3. But I mean, I believe that what is bad right here is Pete's, actions just lashing out, because people can interpret things incorrectly. And I can only imagine what it is for someone, well, I've been called a RACIST before, and it's not pleasant, right? But at the same time, it doesn't warrant Pete, lashing out at a audience member, right? They're saying that, that ruined the entire moment. So basically, why did this woman decided that she was going to call Pete ARACIST was because, Pete was being shown a house by a realtor who is said to be black, and he said the realtor was showing him the homes and calling the big room the master bedroom, right? And basically Pete responded saying that, oh, so this is the master bedroom, which means that I'm the master now. But they said that he was corrected by the realtor, who told him that they no longer use the term master. They're now using primary bedroom because master was named after slavery. So because of that, Pete decided that he wanted to bring that into his skit. Now, it is also being said that the term master bedroom is no longer being used. It is primary because the word master is giving that slave master, connotation to it. So they have decided to remove it and to add a main bedroom. But Pete decided that he was going to go with master in his skit, and the woman was like, you're effing RACIST. But Pete evidently was offended by it. We know that Pete is very fickle and very unstable at this point, and we have to highlight that he's actually unstable, not well, but he's on meds. But you can just imagine that, things will definitely cause a trigger. So evidently he was triggered by what that woman said. And, he lashed out at her, calling her like a effing, like I'm saying, how do you look at a audience member and say, you're a CUNT, sit the F down? That's your bread and butter. I understand that people do get out of line and you want to fire back at them. But, it's not the fact that he fired back, it's just the manner in which he did it. Calling someone a CUNT and telling them to sit the F down after they have accused you of being a RACIST is definitely not a good look. It's given the sense that, you are in fact a RACIST. Well, it's rather sad to see this happening to Pete. And I honestly don't know if he's a RACIST. I can say that, his behavior towards Ye has always been rather brutal. He would make fun of Ye's money and everything. So even when Kim dated Pete, it was shocking to a lot of people because people were saying, this guy has always been throwing your husband under the bus. Why would you date someone like him? And not just that, this guy was at your husband's dinner table. He is friends with your husband's best friend, or one of his best friend, who is Kid Cudi at the time. Why would you be with someone like this? So I think Kim has really caused a lot of damage to a lot of people if you really think about it. Um, out of jealousy, out of, clout, fame, attention. And it's really not a good look. So Pete now has, enemies that he has created from Ye's camp. He has enemies that he has created on his own by just going out, lashing out at people arrogantly. Definitely not a good look for him. But I want to hear from you guys because all of this is just really interesting. What are your thoughts though? Let me know. I really want to know. And while you're at it, go ahead and show your girl some love. Give this video a big thumbs up. Share if you care. And catch you all later. Peace.